Back through the middle, and he goes to the top of the square. Wilkinson missed it. Could be a crucial mistake because Ballantyne is lurking. Didn't need to be Ballantyne. It's Lachie Neale. If it's not one, it's the other. And the crowd might boo, but it was an error.
Again, letting the ball.
Now Isles first back for the Suns, going to run into trouble with tackle by Main. It spills for Neale. It's 55 metres out. He'll need a kind bounce. It's coming back. It came back. He got the bounce he wanted, and the Dockers are coming back.
Yeah, great bounce and really nice shot at
John
goal.
Makers almost another intercept possession, but at least got hands on it. Neale, Main, Neale, back inboard to Pavlich, back to Neale. Well worked. Can they finish? That's a splendid finish. Lachie Neale, still only 18 years of age.
35,000 people here enjoying Patrick Dangerfield at his very best. As Neale might get involved here, keeps his feet, keeps it along the ground.
Smart.
Oh, clever goal, Neale. Dockers refuse to lay down.
You'll see over the top of Jordan Lewis, who was standing on the mark. So Lachie Neale's going to wind up his outside 50 when he kicks. It sits on the breeze, gets a bit of a ride. Well done, Lachie. The sub kicks a goal.
Tui kicks 2 goals. Now Freo can kick 3 in a row.
Neale for a 15-point Fremantle lead. That equals their game high. Another opportunity here. Benchett comes out to Main. Scotland, Subin there as well. They don't argue to Neale. And Neale around the body kicks 2 in a row for himself.
Bales out, doesn't press up. Michael Walters will kill you doing that.
And Fremantle creating more chances. Neale, terrific stuff.
Well, that's that goal.
Yeah, not only them, but certainly the crowd behind them.
Now they can get up again. Lachie Neale for the second time.
Is that a big game, Lachie
He's
Neale?
the #1 candidate.
Oh, instead it's a cracker. I think it was Lachie Neale again.
Bit of water to go under the bridge just yet for them.
Just a little bit.
Yep. And Lachie Neale has kicked a goal. And he continues to rise in this Dockers midfield.
They've done it well, the Swans. They're all manned up now.
Now he goes down the line. Taking his man under the footy is Lachie Neale. The fresh sub gathers. No one got him from behind. Somehow he found space. Momentum gathers and goals. What an important goal for Freo. 37-point lead.
Donwood Hurley, but it's not dead yet. Ballantyne, Crozier. They're getting each other's way. Neale with power and strength and skill. They're turning it on again, the Dockers.
There's the disparity, the inside 50.
Well, 313 disposals for
Neale stole it and put through another one. It's getting ugly for the Bombers now.
it is, because you saw the amount of inside 50s
Disposal
there.
for Daniel Pearson. Now 5 goes long down in the Pavlich direction. He's lost his man Tippett. He could have gone straight. He decides instead to make it more difficult. Talk about that for degree of difficulty. Give it to Sandy, who gives it to Neale. And finally, we've got the opening goal of the night. Lachie Neale bags it.
Last week, and as you said, Jared, in some of the best form of his career, and this edges them a little closer to a win in Derby 39. Good. He parts the seas, spears it, top of the square. Hearn got there, took it on the shoulder. McKenzie, danger, Barlow. Neale rolls it and tumbles it through.
Well, it's under it. Subin went for the one-hander. Neale again. Well collected.
That might go.
And that might go all the way, Lachie Neale. And they get another one. He's having a good night.
2 disposals. Had 30 last week against the Demons. It's a very delicate operation, but one he can execute perfectly. There's a wobbling post, but that was player, not ball.
Had a lot of footy. He just had to go towards the boundary line. He couldn't kick it to that dangerous spot on the ground. He would be feeling like he wants a hole to jump into.
Lachie Neale, maybe the most important kick of his career to keep Fremantle's premiership aspirations alive. There's a flicker. Fremantle in front by 5 points. 38 seconds left on the clock.
Hamill missed the target. Mundy. Fremantle could take the lead back here. De Boer looks up. He's got the runner. Neale!
Unbelievable.
Get out of here! How good's this?
Tour so Fremantle are doing as they please.
Sandlands knocks it down, and again they break free. Main playing out a full forward now. It's a roll, and it might tumble all the way through.
Scenario. Look for some leaders to get some footy, but too late for the rant and the rave.
Yeah. Fife gave it to Lachie Neale. That's two monsters he's kicked.
I haven't seen a one-sided match like this where the fist was closed or not, but...
Neale. Sandlands down the Neale to goal. That was out of their playbook.
Mundy got it out brilliantly. Advantage paid. Lachie Neale says, I'll take that, and put it right through the middle as they accelerate away. Main cuts the angle. He might go towards the square. If they got any flies, they're not really Tabata combative in the air. Well, Lachie Neale, we've seen how smart he is around goal, and we see it again.
He's had a terrific game, Lachie Neale.
There he is. The likelihood is he will put through another goal. He's nursed it through for another for Fremantle. Fine start for the Dockers in this second term.
In the footy by marking Jono, then you're pointing out the other aspect.
Didn't do it that time, Dermot. Turnover, didn't mark it. He came back and made the smother, Gibson. That's good recovery, but they're not out of danger yet. Neale spots the goals, has a crack from just inside 50. Yeah, he's going to make him pay. He has. Goal Fremantle.
Side from Sheridan. Crozier's buzzing around, so is Ballantyne. They've got their small men on the job. Here's Lachie Neale. Blasts away, it's coming back, and there's the first for Fremantle. Wasn't the most convincing of shots, but it's a goal.
Now inside 50 is Neale. Pavlich works it to Hannah, the loose man. Now they've got one over the top if they want it. Well done to Boer. And Lachie Neale from the goal square puts Fremantle in front.
They really needed someone in this group, the fourth-year players as they are now, to come through. And he's popped it right through the middle. They're finishing this game in style. It's been a tough, tough day at the office.
60 metres from goal. Thought about the give back to Ballantyne. Now decides on Neale instead. Right on the numbers, Neale. Gives this a ride. Oh, that's a terrific kick. Beautiful kick by Lachie Neale.
Then on the flip side,
Daniel Pearce wreaking havoc at the moment. Hill about to pounce on this. Finey goes to ground. Hill goes to the Sharon. Unselfish to Pavlich. Good half volley. Unselfish to Lachie Neale. Splendid performance. This is a clinic. You see Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval, as was spoken about. Turnover. Chris Mayne. Daniel Pearce running forward. Hasn't been seen yet. Lachie Neale might just go for it himself. There's the 100 points at least. Can't complain. Fremantle never kick 100+ points. And these from country SA came down here to play for Glenelg when he came to town, and he squeezed that in with perfection. 2-0 start, Fremantle.
Yeah, he's a ball magnet, didn't he? Really take.
He's hard to build a fence around. Tossed in, knocked down by Pike. Mayne, Neale steps through the pack and kicks a goal. Gee, it's been a long time coming.
Ed Ballantyne tries to protect the drop zone. Does. Pavlich sidesteps superb. Made it tough for Neale. He's good enough though. He is good enough.
The damage done by those receiving him, and here he gets an opportunity to do it all himself.
Coming off 33 possession game last week. He's in form, and it's a 3-point game again.
Kicking with the wind, kicking.
Collins again, who just edged Joshy Bruce out of the oncoming ball on the back flank, gave Freo possession.
From 28 points down to 5 points up, the Dockers.
Yeah, impressive
So
turn.
McDonald, Tippenwoody cut his 2K time down from 7.5 minutes to 6.5 minutes in 1 year, Richo. Training hard and looking good, McDonald, Tippenwoody, but the skills weren't great. Ripped away by Neale to top up his 27 touches. There's a goal.
Right? I wouldn't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Straight through the middle.
Yeah, it's in the book.
Lion home.
And they're back
to the top of the square. Griffin down there from the side. Tabata off hands. Ballantyne shrugged one tackle, not the second. Lachie Neale though will mop it up and snap a goal.
A solid start from Lachie.
Kick it out on the full, so he couldn't control it once it left the boot.
There's a poor kick out of defence.
Courageous kick, John.
Well, it was. I don't think the handball was really onto that initially, which then put him under a little bit of pressure to then release by foot. And this man has started well. Lachie Neale, 8 disposals already.
Pavs in the square. Neale goes for goal, and it was straight through.
Champion of this football club, and it's at times like this you need to assert yourself if you're going to be held in that regard.
Well, there's a start.
Just see if he can pull something from his trick bag to Subin. Feeds it back in. The half left it behind. Here's the chance they were after. Slotted by Neale.
Brad Hill the Blossom a couple of years ago at Hawthorn, and for whatever reason he didn't. Maybe he wasn't as settled as he would have liked. But he's going to be a big recruit for Fremantle. Lachie Neale kicks the goal. What a tight one we've got.
Yeah, it's a good game of footy.
So Lachie Neale, this quarter has been so costly for Fremantle. 7 goals, 2 for Melbourne. Just 2-2 for the Dockers. It was such a tight game, has been opened up, but a late goal can change a lot, and it's there. Just a goal to Lachie Neale. And so, 2 very important goals already, hasn't he, in that second term. And this to take Fremantle back within 5 points, and it's good enough.
He's a good player.
So it's them midfielders.
Lachie Neale lining up for another one.
And Lachie Neale for his 4th goal.
Off the boot. Oh.
And the domination from Fremantle continues. 4 goals for Neale.
You can pop it to what Hill did there. He's got no way out. And then if you outnumber them on the exit side, you're going to get your opportunities.
I hope he's going back for the Michael Holden runner.
He has been a goal kicker this season. And that is a nice finish. If it's got the legs, it does. The run-up got it just over the line. And Neale kicks the goal.
Goal.
99th game today for Lachie Neale, and it's 2 goals apiece.
Been beaten so far today.
Blakely looks a high ball back inside 50. Doherty waiting underneath it. Tabata made the contest. Neale waiting down. He's had a brilliant quarter, Lachie Neale. He wheels around and he nails an excellent goal.
What a start.
Looking to switch, use the 45s. Very good start.
As they go, Pav.
Just gave Neale an opportunity which he was happy to grasp. Now he needs to keep it low and straight.
28 marks, so they're usefully massaging the ball around short by foot.
Stephen Martin won it down, but got it straight to Lachie Neale,
Oh, that's good.
who bends it around and finishes superbly.
That is a class finish from Lachie
Just
Neale.
to contest that number.
And you sense they've got this nothing to lose attitude right now. Fremantle, young team, not expected to win. Neale across the face. He scraped it in. Lachie Neale slides it home.
Eye for the contest, locks the ball in the forward half.
Out wide, Lachie Neale. Outstanding. All class there.
The teammates, you know that they have wide field vision. So if you make a wide lead, you know they're going to see you.
Not many leads for Lachie Neale, so he might have to have the shot himself. He strikes that nicely. Strikes it very nicely. Lachie Neale from the boundary line.
Today, so a bye in the waffle. Ross Lyon has said 3 or 4 games in inform before he's available for selection.
Advantage paid here. Lachie Neale, his eyes light up. He strolls in and kicks the first of the second half.
So Darcy Tucker got them underway early. Lachie Neale, he's going to have a shot. He's normally pretty clever. This distance now, an absolute soda. So the Dockers, they get their 9th. And it's back to 72 points. The 123 games. You know, the veterans these days in this side. Beautiful kick of the football. So he's got a couple for his work this afternoon.
Again.
When you look through,
As if there's 25 of them out there. Nyhouse bangs it towards Cox. Still a spillage ball. Neale around the body. Can you believe it? They've got the first 4.
Last week against the Crows, this for his second goal. And no major problems there. Lachie Neale becomes the first multiple goal scorer in the game.
Very well for the number of times they go in.
For a 12-goal-to-0 start.
It's going to go.
Oh, mercy. Mercy. Can you believe it?
33 disposals last week, averaging 30 per game. Lachie Neale needs to be sure and sound off the right boot, and he is. The break even. Just to go back to 64 points. And he slots it.
He's been such a good player.
Hot spot. A high ball in. McCarthy attacking it late. Silvani stood firm. Brought it to ground. Chera in and under. Switkowski now to Neale. This way, then that away. Off the outside of the boot. Lachie Neale, something special. Out to half back. Myercheck over the top of his teammate. They spilt it. And then Lachie Neale can send it straight back to goal. Fremantle back in front.
That's great defensive play from Fremantle to lock it in there.
Straight into trouble. McGovern. She holding it under. Umpire having a look. Lions come up with it. Lachie Neale in his Brisbane Lions debut.
And all of a sudden, the Lions were in front, Lynchie. I didn't see this coming at quarter time.
Lachie Neale receives the free kick. A gun recruit for the Brisbane Lions. This will be disposal number 38, and he steps up in the big moment. The Lions close the gap. 4 points the margin. In they go again, and beautiful delivery. This time it's Stephen Martin. He doesn't want to take the shot. He wants to give it back. And the man who started it can finish it. What a start. Day with a big fly. Woods spoils it away. McInerney dropped the footy. Liberatore just gave it straight up to Lachie Neale, who sends it straight through the goals.
They've settled in the Brisbane Lions.
It's one weekend.
Daisy does the right thing, doesn't offer his opinion on this occasion. And Neale comes in and slots the goal.
What I'm saying, that's the danger of freeing players up and saying, boy, just play with your freedom.
Balls up. Andrews can send it the other way. Berry to the square. Unlikely targeting Christensen. Scrambles after it again. Lachie Neale. The most pressure he faced then was from his teammate. Once he got past him, the rest was simple. Actually with a counter thrust. McCluggage stunned the ball and then handballed it beautifully to Neale. To the square. They can let that go gleefully over their head for another.
Into the Brisbane Lions. He could end up a 5-time premiership player, Luke Hodge. Already got 4 in the draw. Stolen by Neale. He might end up a premiership player as well.
Yeah, the margin was 20 points just a moment ago. Could blow out to 32 in a real hurry. And there is the class of Lachie Neale, who accepts the bonus. And they get around him as well. They know it's
so much on the line. 1v2 and 3v4 this weekend. The latest we've ever had that in an AFL season. Oh, Lachie Neale, spectacular! That's why he's in Brownlow contention. That was remarkable, the way he picked that up and then had the poise to step around one more.
The loose ball. They got more numbers and they're getting over to it better.
There's the forward pressure they've been pouring on. Here's Lachie Neale, walks in, kicks the line second.
Very good night, Lachie Neale. It's been influential, 14 contested possessions, just going for his second goal.
And he kicks it.
Dunstan careful with his kick, but still missed his mark. Rich Robinson, McCarthy, Neale, quick snap. The snap's better than the set shot. Lions get their second and get in front.
To play in round one, and they just were a little cautious with him, but he's out there, the former Hawk. Oh, big leap from McStay. Young gets involved straight away for Fremantle. Now, Lachie Neale turns, shoots, and scores the first. Oh, what a player against his old team.
Jeez. How good was that?
He's only been a half a goal a game man through his outstanding career so far. So looking for his second here today. He would be absolutely delighted with that one. Lock it in.
Lachie Neale, generally a good finisher here.
To make it 3 in a row, right through the middle.
The other side of the coin, they knew they were going to face a big challenge. Dane Zorko laid out. That was a really big omission, and the side stood up big time. McCluggage, Lachie Neale, they want more. Can Lachie Neale deliver it? Another goal to Brisbane. Lachie Neale's got a couple.
Run in and kick the open goal. You'd do that, Lynchie.
Oh, no, I haven't got that layer.
To finish off another great night for the Brisbane Lions. Lachie Neale finds the middle. See, he can do it.
It's like a tsunami wave. Have a look at that, those inside 50s.
19-8 thus far.
McInerney, Zorko, Neale, yes! Oh, how good was that?
He's having too much of an impact at an early stage of the game.
Archie to Birchall, to Zorko, to goal. McCarthy again.
Awesome. Awesome mark. Awesome one-on-one contest.
Hands it off. No one watching Lachie Neale. That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
Before, couldn't get hold of it there. On that occasion, Redman. Off hands, it came to Bailey, on to Neale. Third goal beckons. No problems at all from the Lions.
We're both nodding duck. So Neale for his second goal, and he's doing just that. He's got two, Cameron's got two.
Down. Ellis Yeoman couldn't hang on. Caleb Daniel, a tumbler straight to Lachie Neale. End on end. Which way is it going to bounce? Perfectly for the Brisbane Lions. Stay up, Jack.
Has Lachie got the distance, Hodges? He got the distance, Hodgie?
He'll be right on the verge. That's why he's trying to give it to Rich, but it's probably just on his limit.
It's a good kick. It's a good kick.
Jeez.
It's got everything and some. What a punctuation mark from the Brownlow medal favourite. So big O holding up pretty well. And again, a high, shallow kick. Now, McStay read it best last time. This time it got to the back. Lions just pulled the kick. It would have been in danger. Good chance here for Neale on the burst. Good kick by Neale. It might go all the way. It does. What a goal.
In the first final, he had that double 50 and kicked it from just outside 50. So he'll be right on the verge, especially late in the game.
What a statement this would make. He's 52 metres out. It's long and strong. Oh, he's done it. He has done it.
Top of the goal square.
Hits it okay. Hits it well. Hits it well enough. Gets support too from Danaher. Lions have got their second. First score of the night. He's got his first. Lions have got half a dozen and lead by 5 goals. Next day we saw Guelphy just guarding and then he gets involved again, Charlie Cameron. This time Neale the finisher. Neale's got a...
Goldstein through the fingers of Dumont, which leaves it sitting there. Neale pounced and went a second time. And he did it on his own this time. Hall reckons he's touched it. It'll be a very significant one for Brisbane. A bit of breathing space for sure. Bubbling around with Starcevich, a battle of strength and will, and Ainsworth sustained the tackle. There was no whistle. Cameron just did enough to get it to McCarthy. Wow, and that's a goal. To Lachie Neale.
Hands it straight to Howe.
Touch, play on, play
That's
on,
touched.
play on, play on.
Bramble hands it to Neale. That's as bizarre a passage of play as we've seen all day. And the Lions score from it.
Zach Bailey happy to take all comers on. Nice hands from Zorko. Out to Lachie Neale. Bending and nailing it through.
Giving from one end of the ground to the other. So huge props here.
And it's enough to send Brisbane out of the live top 4, but that can change with one kick from Lachie Neale. Sensing something had to be done.
Possession around Lachie Neale with Zach Merritt at 24. All games from here. Missed one left, kick 3. And Lachie Neale just stretches things a little bit for the Lions.
Yeah, get a sense that that's a pretty kick over. Lions holding up.
McStay, Draper, good contest. Neale, he's had a dominant day, Lachie Neale, and he's iced the game for the Brisbane Lions.
Well, Neale gets on the end of it.
Exciting type.
Just 18.
Here's Neale, swings onto his right boot. That's 2 goals apiece at the Gabba.
And he found McCarthy. Gives it some hang time. McStay, or rather Danaher, brought it to ground level. Now Neale weaving his way through. Advantage. Thanks very much as the sun switched off. Lachie Neale too clever for everyone.
That's just too smart. That's a player with his head in the game.
Brisbane. Berry turns around the corner. Up they go again. Nearly Archie over the top. Tough ball to win at ground level. Plenty of Lions there. And Lachie Neale to steady things for his team. He snuck that one home. The stars are shining at the SCG on a Sunday.
Good to hear some boos at Adelaide Oval against the Crows. Possession number 20 and hits the scoreboard as well. Lachie Neale on track for some more Brownlow votes.
Ground level, Hawthorn able to work it out quite smartly.
All the players saying beauty, Nuke. Well done. And 4 straight to 1-5 in this quarter for the Hawks as Neale launches long. I don't think anyone got it.
Keeps it low again and
Just got one hand to it, Tom Green. Straight back to the Lions. Lachie Neale looking to punish and does just that. The Giants playing Russian roulette with their kick-ins and picked off big time here. There he is right on cue again. Another touch for Berry. Keefe probably could have marked that, elected to bring it down. Now the Lions are dangerous. Neale got every bit of that. Lachie Neale, he'll be in the votes again today, I reckon. That's some finish.
This is the handball to Pryor. Now Danaher. Steps McComb onto his left. High kick. Top of the square. McCarthy in from the side. Neale at the front. He gets boot to ball. Bends it back. And kicks another.
Like you said, a little bit of wind out there. McCluggage was well tackled by Walsh, had a fresh air swing. Was farmed through from Berry back to Lachie Neale. He might have a shot from there. Open goal square. Pretty good strike. Lachie Neale kicks the first for Sunday afternoon.
His first goal of the season. For the Lions first tonight. The champion delivers.
Phase 2, Rayner sets himself from the side, flew early, couldn't get any real purchase. Bolter's got to be quick. Bailey bears down on him, but look at Bolter with speed, the bounce, and then the toe poke. Arrives on his throw as Wilmot, I think it was, gave it off to Neale. Neale kicks. Is this accurate? It is. His second for the year.
What was happening?
They kicked the first two, then Jaden Short got a goal. 5-1 to 4 behinds in the second. Lachie Neale, crowd will let you know. Another to the Lions. Lachie's got 2.
A really tough kick for Neale. Online. Perfection. A big goal for the Lions. 2 seconds left here in the half. Been a great quarter, 5 goal to 1 quarter for the Lions. Neale will get this away. It was kicked before the siren. I reckon it's a goal. It's all clear. They're going to talk about it. They'll review it, I'm sure. But it felt here normally. Yeah, it's the slider. It's the one from this pocket that 99% of the time, left to right, big slide. Comes in, it's starting to come back now, and there it is, absolutely magnificent. So he gives them some security.
2 inside 50s, Dwayne.
Fletcher. It's a pretty good spot with that kick. Danaher's under it, got hands on it. Ashcroft couldn't do something with it. Out the back. Reveal. Little toe poke. Neale. Brilliance again. He is the everywhere man, Lachie Neale. And they might have to lock down on Lachie at some stage.
No, physically. That's a magnificent fly.
Eight possessions, 2 goals already for the dual Brownlow medalist.
Well, we saw Jack Chris.
2 of them blocking for each other there. The Rucks dance the dance. Shoal. Little too slick with the hand off. Guess who? Neale. Bailey. Juggle. Butts. Thumped it away. Danger. Neale. You couldn't, could you? Neale bringing them to their knees.
The first part of the season is he was battling an ankle injury. Since the bye, he was able to give it a bit of rest. Feeling better, and he's dominating games. The 2-time Brownlow medalist. He can do it all! Lachie Neale! Given the soft call. And it stays with umpire's call. Lachie Neale wasn't sure what that call was, but it is a goal. He'll celebrate now. It stands for the Lions, but a bit of confusion about how that... Snaps it up to the centre square. Kelly, off hands, Berry. Zorko changed his mind a couple of times. Through to Neale. Looks up. Open goal square. Long ball. Cameron the Shepherd. Neale the goal. But that'll seal the deal for the Lions.
Would have voted a lot in the Brownlow medal.
He's had the former Suns captain for company all afternoon. Lachie Neale swallows up that goal from directly in front. And Big Brother's done it again against Little Brother.
Yeah, really mature effort by the Brisbane
Flurry
Lions.
forward. Himmelberg's in front of all of them.
Holding.
And it's a free, an advantage. And Lachie Neale will just wander downhill and drive that advantage home. 2 early misses for Brisbane. Lachie Neale will know about that. He's kicked 9-3 this season, so he's been hitting the mark. 3 minutes into the opening term, it wasn't the most convincing of kicks, but it doesn't matter. First goal to the Lions.
Friends on the ground for the moment. They come back to Hipwood. Now Joe's on the lead. Eventually they go there again. Frampton does well, but Lachie Neale's in the right area. Look at the Brownlow medalist. Swoops on it. Kicked the first of the match, and he's now got 2. And Brisbane have kicked the opening 3 of the second half.
Argues the case, but Lachie Neale, what's he up to? Disposal number 24. It's almost a regulation night for the 2-time Brownlow medal winner. So classy in everything he does. Gets through to McCluggage. Hard man to tackle. Archie clever. Back to Berry. Noah Answorth. Back into the team. It's going to end back with Lachie Neale, who started it all. And he's good enough to finish it.